Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're here for another no item run on a Super Battle Road stage. Today we are taking down the Movie Boss stage, and prepare yourselves because this is going to be the STR Cooler show. As a lot of you guys know, STR Cooler is indeed, I would say, the best Dokkan Fest exclusive, well, best Dokkan Fest exclusive TUR in the game. Because, you know, obviously LR, Gohan, and Goten are a Dokkan Fest exclusive, and they are definitely better than STR Cooler. But this, like, really, this is just going to be a showcase of how ridiculous he is, STR Cooler. You guys are going to see him do just absolutely dirty, ridiculous things as we're going through this stage. Now, among all the stages, this one, like, feels difficult. I don't know, like medium difficult, but, you know, with Tech Gold and Freeze on the team, and Int Janemba on the team, and then, like, Int Metal Coolers EZA, you know, these types of units, they just really add a lot to the Movie Boss team. So, like, this rotation, like, there's just no way we can even take the image, like, because Metal Cooler is giving, like, you know, Golden Frieza and Janemba extra defense. Like, please. Like, we got nothing to be concerned about at all. Obviously, Metal Cooler, you know, took 100k damage right there. That's good, because it puts us on the verge of big bad bosses. Okay, now prepare yourselves for this turn right here. Now, because there's multiple enemies, both Coolers are giving 50%, by the way, linking up with Tech Transforming Frieza, who they have, like, a really good link set with. Okay. If y'all have not seen the level of damage that this is going to be, prepare yourselves. Again, like, I've been telling people that Transforming Frieza is very, very strong, and this is another example of that. Wait, look at this rotation. Let's take a look. Okay, so we get Big Bad Bosses, right? Yes, we do. Okay, so Big Bad Bosses is also active, which shoots our damage way up, 25% attack and 25% defense. 3.42 million. Fair. That's a TUR, by the way. So insane. So goodbye, Krillin. Then we get an additional super attack again. So he basically had like a 7 million attack set right there, essentially. Like, and then he's giving 50% the rest rotation. Oh, Transforming Frieza, 3.14 million. Do you guys see why STR Final Form Cooler is the, like, damn near best TUR in the game? Like, well, he is, but he's up there with LRs. Is this? Look at this. Look at this. And he's lowering attack too. Like, that rotation, we completely incinerated them. Gohan got blown away in about 2 seconds. And now we go to this rotation, and we have Tech Golden Frieza and Janemba. Look at this. So, STR Cooler, man. If you're a global player, just please keep in mind that he is not overrated at all. He is actually the best TUR in the game, with ease. I mean, that's... Y'all saw that rotation. What more can I say? I think the Friend Cooler, by the way, is 90% in the dupe system, I want to say. He either has 2 dupes or 3 dupes. He's not rainbowed like mine, but, you know, I was actually... What's interesting to me is that JP did not get top grossing for Cooler, but I feel like I see more Coolers with tons of dupes in them than usual for Dokkan Fest exclusives, right? So, I mean, that's something surprising. And then here, like, Transforming Frieza is going to keep us healed while we're going through. Like, this is just... Movie Boss team is just insane now. And because obviously Cooler is a transformation boost and Conquest of Terror double leader skill. So I was just using units for those categories, right? Because there's no substitute for having 2 Coolers on this team. Like, Turles cannot even hope to dream to have the same impact that freaking Cooler does, right? And, like, here we go. So this rotation, Janemba's not getting the buff from Cooler, because he's not on Conquest of Terror, but Golden Frieza is. So Golden Frieza and Cooler are both getting the 50% attack and defense as well as Ki. So, again, just another thing to keep in mind here. These units are just, like, ludicrous. Like, this Cooler, he is so good. Like, I can't... I want to be careful now because this whole video is just going to be me talking about how insane Cooler is, how stupid he is, how overpowered he is, but... Oh, what do you want me guys to say? Like right here, I was actually... What that was? I was debating putting Cooler on rotation over Janemba. Like, that's how insane Cooler is. I'm like, I mean, I kind of want this 50% attack and defensive buff. And then, like, obviously the Frieza and Cooler are going to link up a lot better than, like, you know, Frieza and Janemba and stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, that's no damage. Because, of course, like, you know, Frieza is what, like 80 or 90% damage reduction, whatever it is. I think it's 80% he has. Yeah, yeah, 80%. 80% damage reduction plus the 50% defense from Cooler, and they're not touching Golden Frieza. Like this right here, these are three of like my three favorite TURs in Dokkan right now, or something like that. Like Golden Frieza, Janemba, and Cooler. It's just a rotation of just pure like power. So like, look, without Cooler having a lot of his big links active and big bad bosses, his attack did drop a lot. But another double super, because my Cooler, I think this is this my Cooler? This might be. If it is, my Cooler has full additionals. I'm actually. No, that was the friend Cooler. Okay, so the friend Cooler might have gone full additionals as well. So, okay, this is a turn that could be a little bit scary here, just because we don't have big bad bosses yet. Even SCR Cooler, as good as he is, you know, could get hit kind of hard by, like, that Goku. We did lower Vegeta's attack, so I aimed at Super Saiyan Goku. The reason for that was to lower his attack, because I was trying to see, like, okay, what unit could I attack with Cooler to maximize his attack lowering effect? And the answer to that was that AGL Super Saiyan Goku right there, right? Because if you look, like, all of his attacks are coming after Cooler. So we can lower his attack, and then boom. Like that's going to save us a lot of damage. And then at this point, it's just kind of trying to figure out what to do, right? Because I am aware that, you know, once we drop down to one enemy, Cooler's his buff changes to Transformation Boost. But I believe every single unit on this team is on Transformation Boost. Yeah, including like Janemba and stuff like that. So I guess really for Cooler's support type ability, that would help. I think I might. I was on the phone while I was doing this one too. So this is like one of these runs. I was in the homie Garesh's stream. On this one, I'm pretty sure I was on the phone talking to someone. So I was just sort of, yeah, because I was just like, it's like I don't really need to think this hard. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? All right, so 2.43, that's without big bad bosses. We take that. That's huge. That's huge. This guy is so good. He's so good. I love him. I love him so much. And then guess what? So we've just been like marveling at how ridiculous Cooler is, right? Before he transforms. But oh, what's that I just said? Before he transforms, huh? So what happens when Cooler transforms, I wonder? We're about to see. Because if you're going up against a pure Saiyan or a hybrid Saiyan, which is, you know, 77% of the game or something like that, you get to transform on turn 3. And you guys know what next turn is? It's turn 3. Oh, but but we don't have a Cooler rotation. Ah! I set it up for nothing. No, next turn we're gonna have double Coolers again. Oh boy. So like for some of these stages, it's actually like interesting. It's like. Well, actually, okay, so I use Cooler again in Transformation Boost Super Battle Road. And over there, if you guys remember, the final fight is against that Ultimate Gohan, who's like, you know, the physical Vegito who has like 20 million HP or something like that. You fight that Ultimate Gohan like that. And I think there, it was actually a good, like, you know, okay, do I transform with Cooler and have him go for the overwhelming power, or do I stay as the, you know, his base form for the support type buff? I believe in Transformation Boost, I had one transform and I kept one in his base form, so I can kind of like maximize that support buff, because it was very important, because like some of the units I'm using, I think I use like AGL LR Gohan and like in LR Cell, stuff like that, obviously, right, you know, for Super Battle Road. So here we go. We get transform with both of them. Now, I'm quite certain Trunks and Vegeta are not going to survive the first Cooler, right? Just this is going to be more than enough to blow these guys away, because in case you guys forget, Cooler has guaranteed crits. He has a guaranteed additional attack as well, which is a medium chance of being a super. And then, you know, you guys know how these units work that have multiple. It probably would have been smarter for me to not transform with the second Cooler, because the support type buff is active. So, like, the first Cooler would do so much more damage. Let's see what I decide to do. I do not remember what I do here, but it would be a much wiser decision for me to not transform with that first Cooler. Really, what I should do is I should have SCR Cooler, finish Trunks, because he would one-shot him for sure. And then Tech Frieza could attack that physical Vegeta, and that probably would have been a better use. But even without the 50% support type buff, this guy is gonna, be able to absolutely dominate. I should also point out he does super attack a lot easier because I believe he gets 3 ki when he's transformed. Let me pull him up real quick to double check that. Yeah, he gets 3 ki when he transforms, so it's very easy for him to super attack, right? So looking at the movie boss category too, there's a lot of other options that really could have been good here, like, in LR Bojack, AGL Metal Cooler is pretty good. Some of the Brolys are solid, like AGL Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly, Dragon Ball Z Broly. A lot of these guys are solid. So, okay. So now it becomes the Cooler show as, his first super attack right here. This is a guaranteed crit. And then, again, he has a really good chance of doing a second super and then a pretty good chance of doing a third attack as well. Let's see how much damage he will do right there. Oh, not bad. 400k. And, okay, Freezer. Yeah, see, I bet you if I had attacked Trunks, I was definitely on the phone and distracted here because the move for sure right there would have been to not transform with Cooler, finish Trunks off first, and then have Transforming Frieza attack Vegeta. I mean, it did work out, but I do think that was a mistake by me right there. But again, that was a good turn displaying Cooler's power yet again. And now we can go into this final stage, and bam, we have the Dokkan attack coming right up. So because of Cooler's overwhelming power, this is another one of these stages. I talked about it last time. The last no item run I recorded commentary for was full power, and I mentioned how these teams where you can just blast through the first 2 stages without having to use your Dokkan attack, it's just so much easier with them because, you're able to save the Dokkan attack for the last fight, which typically is the hardest fight. I think the only place for that might not be true is Super Saiyan 3 category Super Battle Road, because I don't know, I get the feeling that Hirudegarn might be the toughest enemy in that Super Battle Road stage. He has like 10 million plus HP despite being on the second fight, but in all the other fights, like the hardest part is the final fight here. So again, like this is one of those, like, we essentially have a free turn right here. Like as long as we don't eat 3 super attacks, we should be good. Because Frieza is probably going to do enough damage to Trunks here to where we're going to get, at least half of our health back after we super attack. Oh, I missed that. Oh man, look out. This was a very this was a very sloppy run, actually. So, it happens. Like, I felt like my Pure Saiyan run also was not the best. Like, I had that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Metal Cooler Movie Goku, like, rotation for a long time. It's just now there's so many units that are just, like, so OP. Like LR God Goku, this SCR Cooler, like, they're just so ridiculous that even, like, no item runs are becoming, like, child's play towards these units. Like, it's absolutely crazy. It's just absolutely nuts, right? So, okay, I mean, things are pretty much done here. The Dokkan attack, it did good damage, but obviously, it wasn't the power of SCR Cooler in that Dokkan attack, right? I mean, imagine if we had SCR Cooler transformed. Oh, these guys would be done. I believe we do. Ooh, physical Final Form Cooler taking a lot of damage right there. But there's the Dokkan attack. Now, okay, yep, we are indeed next turn going to be able to have Cooler transform. And this is another one of those crazy turns where we have multiple support type units with SCR Cooler and Transforming Frieza. So the damage is just going to be out of this world, right? Now, again, with Cooler right here in this first spot, this is another one of those situations where it's best to examine the rest of the attacks we're going to take and then try and best figure out who to lower their attack to, like, sort of maximize Cooler's attack lowering, right? And then it looks like I'm trying to finish off Trunks. Yeah, okay, that makes sense because Metal Cooler at the end will have type advantage over that Gohan. So if we can lower Goten's attack and then finish Trunks off, Metal Cooler will be pretty safe at the end, I think. So that's pretty good. Look at that, dude. He just does so much damage. Like, he's so crazy. Like a 50% attack buff to the whole rotation, like offensively and defensively. It's just it's so insane. It's so ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking with Cooler. Like, it's so random. Like, Halloween of 2019, they just decided to throw balance into the wind again. Like, we have previously seen this with, of course, we're transforming here, obviously, right? But we have previously seen this with LR Kale and Khalifa, and I think LR Gohan and Goten. I think Cooler is on the same level of OP-ness as them. just like on a different level because he's not an LR, right? But Cooler is, I don't know. He feels almost just as unfair as those two do to me. Whereas like, even though I think LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a better unit than Cooler, I do think he's probably a bit more balanced, if that makes sense. That does make sense, right? Like, I think LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is better than Cooler, but LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is better balanced than Cooler, too. Like, he doesn't feel quite as unfair. Like, it's just, when you can do, like, a 2 million attack set yourself, and then you're just giving a support type buff to the rest of the rotation, it's just insanity ensues, right? So, like, here we go. Now it's the Cooler show again. Now Cooler just gets to have fun. I made another stupid mistake, by the way, not attacking Goten. I have no idea what I was thinking right there. Obviously, I wasn't even paying attention because I should have finished off Goten is the only one attacking after Cooler. I should have finished off Goten. I don't know what I was thinking, too. Your boy was very distracted while recording this one. This whole video, like, I'm Monday morning quarterback in here. I'm just, like, picking out all the holes in my plays here. Oh, no. Janemba crit and save the day. But there we go. Movie boss category, Super Battle Road. We finished with, like, full health. I mean, SCR Cooler is just all that and a bag of chips. He's just dumb, right? Absolutely ridiculously stupid. Well, there's no way you do that. Like, if you have SCR Cooler, you run this, his team, double Cooler lead. There's no other way. Like, you could do this with, like, a double Turles lead, definitely, and probably, like, Broly lead. But double Cooler is the way to go.